cannot talk about a party or an event or a trip or anything without hearing exclusive ladies.
Cancun, I was like the first lady of Cancun jump off. Went to Wonderland, I was first lady of that.
Yeah.
Summer Sizzler, first lady of that. Always the girl. I was like coming out of a relationship with my children's father, and I had a girlfriend, and she kept like, oh, let's go here, let's go there. And I'm like, he said, I don't really party like that. I was just getting so many compliments, and I was just like, wait a minute now. I just want to inspire people in general, anyone, to keep pushing regardless of what you're going through. Keep it moving, always. Like for me, it just took me to go one time. And from then, and people like, you travel? Like, yes, I do. Yes, I do. I actually really enjoy it.
Hello, welcome to another episode, Tasha Talks Life podcast, formerly known as Sis Stop Sulkin podcast. How are you today? You are in for a treat. If you are new here, welcome, welcome, welcome. If you've been rocking with your girl for a while, welcome back. And today's guest, we have the beautiful, the dope, the amazing Nikki Owens. She is a serial entrepreneur, founder of the Dope Women Empowerment event called You Can, and I cannot wait to have this conversation. Welcome, welcome, Nikki, to the show.
Thank you so much.
Cousin.
I appreciate that, cousin. I appreciate it. It's been a long time coming, so I'm finally here.
Finally.
And
I'm so
I love
happy.
your set. It's absolutely beautiful. As always, I'm so proud of you. You're doing your thing, so
thank you.
I'm glad to be here
so
with
glad
you.
to have you here and to get to talk about all the things. So I said serial entrepreneur because it's so many hats that you wear. So tell us a little bit about who you are and what you do, what all you do.
Right. So like as she stated, I'm Nikki Owens. Everybody just calls me pretty much that, Nikki. I am firstly, yes, I have You Can, but I'll get back to that. But I am a travel agent, full service. So that's my baby. So I've been in business for about 16 years now. 17 actually. So I do that. I offer payment plans and, things that are comfortable for people, but I mostly deal with groups. And I'm very well known for party groups because that's my thing. So we'll talk about all that.
Yes,
you can hit me up.
We will, because definitely she's
plan.
the mastermind behind Grenada, which I cannot wait to go for my birthday.
Big birthday move.
Yes, so I'm excited for that. Thank you for
That's me. So that's one part of me. I also come from a line of doing a lot of events. Been doing it since like '02, and I have an all-female marketing team called Exclusive Ladies. We kind of died down because everybody's like doing their thing. Yes. Everybody's an adult. They have children. They have grandchildren. But we still indulge here and there in events and, things that suit us now that we can offer for our people. So we have that going on. I also am known as the pool party queen. I do pool parties.
Wait, you're being too humble. Wait, time out. Because let me tell you something. You cannot talk about a party or an event or a trip or anything without hearing exclusive ladies. So let's not talk so modest.
Thank you, because I appreciate it. I really do. But that's just me all day, But again, I have founded a lot of movements, and I've definitely played a big, big part of a lot of nightlife. And Cancun, I was like the first lady of Cancun jump off. Went to Wonderland, I was first lady of that. Summer Sizzler, first lady of that. Always the girl.
Yeah.
The girl in the room with a bunch of boys and kind of like, and a woman who's been through a lot of trials and tribulations. So I choose to share my story, is which You Can came about. So You Can is pretty much, it's dedicated to my late mother, Owens. And the event is a women's empowerment event, but recently we have turned it into an empowerment event because we know, like, our men, they need empowering too.
Very true.
And this year, early this year, and Tasha was actually my host again, along with DJ Zod.
Yes.
But she did an awesome job of what I wanted to come to light. And it was a beautiful program.
It really was.
It's like Red and Pearls. We do this Long Island. It's every first or second Sunday in March. I did actually book the date for March 8th. I'm trying to book it back to that first Sunday because that's just like what I'm used to. But if not, it's fine. It will be definitely for March 8th. and we're going to stick with the same program. I'm going to just try to switch it up, give the people something to look forward to and some new additions, get some insight from my host and, you know, people who have attended and long-term attendees.
Yeah.
But it's always going to be the same, red and pearls. And the reason is that is because those are my mother's favorite things. Every time she would step out, she would have on pearls and red, a red dress, a red suit, whatever, with the full length fur. Okay? Yes. Honey, period. So that's why we do what we do, and it's dressed to impress. And people step. Like, you know, they step. They don't come to play around with that date. I will tell you.
Yeah,
okay?
It's a whole vibe.
And it's a very nice day. So that's my latest baby. I'm very proud of it. You know, it's a luncheon, and you have vendors and, you know, people who actually birthed businesses from UCAN and got inspired from like, oh, I see all the vendors here. I want to do this.
Yes,
you know?
yes.
So it's a pretty exciting thing. So,
Awesome.
I'm looking forward to that for next year,
You're
too.
doing so much.
Thank you.
Before we get into it, I have so many questions. I know they're probably like, wait, what? Tell me more about that. Tell me more about this. So, but before we do, I want to play a quick icebreaker.
Okay.
Okay, so it's called This or That. So I'm going to say two things, and you just pick the first one that pops in your head.
All right.
You ready?
No problem.
All right. Coffee or tea?
Tea.
Early morning or late night?
Late night.
Journaling or voice notes?
Voice notes.
Couples trip or girls trip?
Oh, gosh. A little bit of both in there.
I
love a good girls trip, but I love a good vacation, too. That's hard. I'm going to have to lean towards girls trip, though. Because I love my girls.
Cute heels or comfy sneakers?
Cute heels.
Definitely. Nikki always got on a cute shoe, cute heels. Sweet or salty?
Sweet.
Text or phone call?
Phone call.
Beach day or spa day?
That's a hard one, too. But I'm going to have to say beach day.
Okay. Stay in or go out?
Oh, my gosh. These days, this is difficult because like these days, okay? These days, I'm going to have to say stay in.
Okay.
Because we coming out of summer.
You're right. All right, last one. Make a list or go with the flow?
Make a list.
Yeah.
I'm terrible. I forget everything.
That wasn't too bad.
I like that. That's so cute.
Thank you.
Thank you. That's really nice. That's cool.
Cool.
Okay, I'm going to copy your style.
Yeah. So let's go back just a little bit,
Sure.
right? Before, what was let's start exclusive ladies. Like, because I remember, like I said, we were young and you were doing it. And I always was so in awe because I thought it was just so dope. Like, you know, just boss moves. And we were young. And so seeing, you were the first one, I would say, in our age group that was doing entrepreneurial things. You know what I'm saying? So when I saw that, I was like, oh, that's fire. I never been like the parties because you always was having events. And I was like, oh, I got to pick and choose because I'm going to stay in type too. But what was the starting point of like that got you into that?
So I will say that firstly, I was like coming out of a relationship with my children's father, and it literally is so funny. I had a girlfriend and she kept like, oh, let's go here, let's go there. And I'm like, same thing. He said, I don't really party like that. I was only used to him and, and out of high school and all that. And I was like, okay. And we went to Oz one evening. And went there, honestly, and I was just getting so many compliments. And I was just like, wait a minute now. Like, I'm kind of popping low-key. And, and then we went to that party. And then she's like, you want to go out on Sundays? This club called Envy. And I was like, what's Envy? Okay, cool, I'll go. And this was in Manhattan or whatever. And after that was like all she wrote. I was pretty much like, oh, we can kind of like put people onto this. And I'm a social, like I'm a Libra. Yeah. So I love people. So I've always been at that stage. Like what I just experienced, I want others to do it too, you know? And I've always hung around people that are older than me. I've always hung around people that were either like from boroughs and things of that nature. So that kind of was like, all right, you know what? We're going to get on and, you know, start kind of like, how could we get into this?
I feel like you're like, okay, if I'm out here anyway, how am I going to get to the bag?
Yeah, I'm out here, you know? And then it was like, I just kind of went on my first trip to Mexico in 2003. And I met a group, and it was so crazy because I just saw my friends the other evening who kind of started me with this. Like, I met them in Cancun. They're from the Bronx. They call it In the Clutch. Shout out Sparks, Rock Ray, and
Okay.
FK. But I met them for that Cancun trip, and they were telling me about all the stuff that they were doing. And I was like, okay, like, ski trip, this. I was like, we will maybe like to get involved. They was like, yeah, we're going to be starting our first one, and blah, blah, blah. And Cancun also, I met a guy there that he was actually looking into doing the Memorial Weekend event because that's the time when I was there. And he was from California and all this. And from then he was like, yeah, hit me up so we could talk. And I was just ambitious. And I hit him up and started talking. So we started talking about doing the Cancun event. Then me and the bros started talking about the ski trip that I want to get involved. And then I met one of their friends at the time and I started dating him. And then I just started like, okay, I'm going to do it.
So when you're doing, so basically you're linking up with them and you're marketing to your people. And
yeah, and I'm like, they want to go
great.
and
Got
yeah,
it.
they want to do it or whatever. And it just kind of like, all right. And I'm always, like I said, I'm always the girl in the room. So it just started to pop like that. And I was like, and I like making people happy, the joy and the, oh, this is fun. Oh, wow, this is dope. I've never seen nothing like this type of thing. And that's where she was born. Ooh. That's where it started. Like First Lady of Cancun jump off, Winter Wonderland ski trip. That was our first year going into it. Mm-hmm. So it was really, really, really just all at one, just like me finding myself. Like, okay, I can kind of do this. And then I had a couple of girlfriends, and I was like, yeah, we got to, like, you guys can help me. Yeah. Who else y'all know? And watching what they do, the men, and how they, I was like, all right, I could do that. From Long Island, they was kind of like, yeah, there's no really people out on Long Island. And I was like, yes, there is. There is now. Mm-hmm. There is now. And I have, like, I remember you coming on my early day ski trips. Mm-hmm. I remember my cousin, our cousin Kendra, telling us our early days of ski trips. All of that, and we went from there. We just took off, honestly.
Yeah, because I remember, like, y'all were popping for sure.
Yeah,
for sure.
We had, like, for Cancun, we started with, like 500 people to, like, when I ended, like, it's thousands, like 10,000 people going out there. It's still going.
Yeah.
Memorial Weekend,
Speaking of that, how do you know, like, or how did you know, like, when to, like, okay, I'm good on this, or what was the, like, all right, next phase of my life or next thing? How do you, like, some people keep going with it, but when you got to know when it's transition.
That's a great question. I got married in 2009. Mm-hmm. And, at first my ex-husband, he was very supportive. He would come to everything I did. But I kind of was like, is this so much a good environment to have us both around? And, we went through things with our marriage and things of that nature. So I was kind of like, this is getting a lot, and it still wasn't of age yet. We still weren't of age yet to stop doing it, but I think it was more so a personal decision for myself. And then with my partner, I kind of was like, some stuff was like a little salty that he was doing and things of that nature. So I was like, you know what? I'm over this type of thing. It was kind of like, unfairness with business-wise and stuff like that. So I was like, okay, it's time to turn the cheek to this. And then, from there, I went on to another event that was like more, I think, appropriate for the timing. And we went right back to Cancun, and because I had all the connections, and we did that for 5 years. They're still going with that. And I just kind of was like, yeah, look, enough of that. And then with the ski trips and stuff, it just like, you just kind of just was like, all right, enough.
Yeah, you just kind of grow out of it. And I think there's levels to everything, and everything has its time frame.
Absolutely.
It's almost like, even with life and relationships and friendships and all of that, I believe that, like, everybody, and I say this all the time, and people sometimes, like my close, they look at me like, you high? Because they think it's a high thought, but this thought is how I truly believe, and it's because I'm a vivid read, like I read a lot.
Right.
I believe that everybody's life is a story.
Absolutely.
And every chapter, so for example, you may be in a couple of my chapters, right? Because, whatever. And then the next person may go and the end that come in later in the chapter, or the job or whatever. So everybody's life is a story, and there's different chapters. And it's a time when that chapter's over.
Absolutely.
It's over. It's on to the next thing. And just knowing when that is. Yes. It's almost like sometimes the 45, 50-year-old rapper may not know that their chapter is over.
Stop. Don't even. Don't even get me started. But yes, absolutely.
If you ain't making no bread from it,
Do it
probably
make sense?
right.
It has to make sense for you. Like you said, like seasons, you know,
Yeah.
and it's probably part of like they've been there, done that, boo.
Right. No,
Like, that was my prime,
but it's not even the same anymore though.
It's
Outside
not.
is not the same.
Everybody's
it's not the same. We
different.
really had like a really good time. I mean,
We did.
It was,
And
and everything wasn't televised.
True.
Everything wasn't, so it's
That
a real
part.
different time. And then people are really, really crazy. They were crazy then, but they're really crazy now.
Yeah,
so
you're absolutely
so it's a
100%.
lot with that.
No,
but
you're absolutely right.
Yeah.
It's just everything is just so different.
It is.
Yeah.
So let's talk a little bit about You Can. Right?
Yes.
Because again, like you said earlier, I had the pleasure and the honor of hosting with DJ Zah, who was so dope and so cool.
Guys,
We had
it was
such a
so
good
dope.
time. I love the tribute to your mom. I love that you do that, What is this? Going on year 4 or 5? 5. Okay, year 5. When you first did it, I mean, I've been there from the beginning. I know it's for your mom, but let's talk a little bit
Yes.
deeper as to why is it called You Can, right? Because that name is powerful.
Yes,
And what sparked that part of it?
Okay, so it's really, really just You Can is my story, period. Like, and shout out to Nye, my graphic designer. I love graphics, but shout out to her because when I told her a little something about why I want to do the event,
but just a
and I
little
want
bit.
thank you.
Yeah.
I want to do the event and why I want to do the event and what have you. And we were trying to come up with names. And we were just like, oh, you can do it. You can do it. You got this or whatever. She's like, how about just simple, like You Can? I was like,
What you can
that's
what?
awesome.
Like what was it that
So-
you were dealing with?
Yeah, so at the time, I was going through the passing of my mother, Flora. I was going through a divorce that was pretty, bad at the beginning and whatever. Now it's okay, but
Yeah.
yeah, it's going through separation, divorce that was unexpected. I've been through lots of challenges. Like I had a daughter that passed away. I just felt like I went through so much in life. Like I had a brother that passed away young. Due to substance abuse and things of that nature. I had, of course, many of us failed relationships
Yeah.
with friendships and lots of like heartache and all of that. And it was COVID. And I, going through all of that with my mom and my ex-husband at that time during COVID, all that, it was just a very dark, lonely place. And I just kept pushing forward regardless. So like, I'm like, listen, if I went through all of this, and I could do it, like y'all can too. Like, so that's where
good.
that came through. Like, I just want to inspire people in general, anyone to keep pushing regardless of what you're going through. Keep it moving. Always. Like, you're going to go through it. And yes, I'm a firm believer in God and all of that pushed me through in myself. So I know, like, you can, like, so I want to spread that. And then also with entrepreneurs, I love seeing people do their thing, and I love seeing people start up their businesses and be passionate about what they want to do and, supporting all of that. Like, I'm really, really big on that. So I want to incorporate that when You Can. I want to see people like really, really get out there and push themselves to that limit and and that's a part of it.
Yeah.
And it makes people feel good. And that's what I like to do. I like to make people feel good. So that's where You Can came from.
First I'm getting emotional.
Oh,
Because
don't start, cousin. Don't start it.
Because oh my
It's a very,
God.
it's when I think of it and really when I'm like, dag, I just like been through so much. And every time like I get close to the event, it's I got to take off days like to recoup, days to get into it. I put a lot into it. It's a very emotional time because
Yeah.
people and I really share my story. And I haven't written my book yet, and I have to get into that.
Yes.
Because even though people do know my story, there's so much involved and entailed that I feel like I would love to share and people to know why I'm like You Can and why exactly. Like you get the kind of little gist of it, but you don't get the gist.
Right.
And when I think, it makes me emotional too. When I think about it, I'm like, oh my goodness, how?
Because I'm just in awe of your strength.
Thank
And
you.
it's because some of the similarities, I think it just tugged on me. We don't get to really stop.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? Yes, we have to be intentional about our self-care and replenishing ourselves, but the people that we are, we don't get to stop. People are counting on us. People are looking for us. We have a calling.
Yep.
And so with that, you can. It's saying, if I can do this and I've been through this, then so can you, which is empowering to the person that feels like they truly can't. And so that's why I get emotional, because it's like, keep going. You can do this. It kind of reminds me of Stop Sulking.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, nobody's coming. You can get through this. You can do it. And so I love it. And I love that you shared the story, the piece right there, because I've heard it, but just to have it in this,
context,
I think it's going to help a lot of people and bless people, because really their stuff is hard.
Yes.
Hard to deal with,
Very
like
hard.
literally. And then especially when you don't, obviously you don't know what's coming, you don't see it, you don't, and then you have to deal with, you got to figure out the tools to combat it. And sometimes we don't have the tools. So now we got to seek that, whether it's therapy, whether it's, meditation, prayer, and just being connected. So I love the name You Can. And I think that would be a dope title of a book too.
Yeah. You think so? Yeah, I think so. Okay.
I mean, I'm just saying. I mean,
she is the author. Like, how many times? How many books we got?
Right. No, but
I mean, she's a pretty like literally my first speaker I thought of was her, because she's just like so amazing. So. I was like, oh, let me call Cousin Tasha. She gonna like this and so. And I knew, I was like, she gonna like this.
Yeah,
she did, and she was like one of my first speakers, and she was amazing. And since then, she's been right by my side with that, and it was again,
I fully
only
support.
so appropriate for her to host, because come on.
I'm so in support. Whatever you need, you got me always.
I really appreciate
that. And so, speaking of You Can and all of that, what are you doing for yourself? What is a non-negotiable for Nikki as far as self-care?
Oh, a non-negotiable for me, everybody should know that, is vacation, honey. After You Can, every year I take a vacation, and I go pretty much by myself. I'll go with the girls, whatever, but I'm gone. Period.
Yeah.
Like this year I went to St. Martin.
Nice.
Solo dolo. I had an amazing time.
And see, I'm open to that. I never did it. Like, I've never been I've been to conferences and things by myself, but I've never been on a vacation. But I think at this stage of my life, I'm in like the wandering season.
Yeah.
I'm in the season of let's explore.
Yeah.
Let's see what this is. Like it doesn't have to be so, because I'm so structured and I'm so and I'm like, no, like just flow, just go with it. You'll see where it goes.
Yes.
And so I'm open to going.
Yeah, I can't wait. And I can't wait for your Grenada, because I told you, I was like, you want to have a few things on the agenda, because you do have a couple of friends, beautiful ladies. Thanks, ladies, for booking with me, but you got to plug.
Right. Book all your traveling needs.
Okay. But I like the fact that it's not so structured and everything. I was like, I love this, and I actually wish I could attend, and hey, I might pop up on you. But I love that for you, and you're going to build that confidence to be like, you know what, I'm going to go. I'm just going to go. Like, for me, it just took me to go one time. And from then, and people are like, you travel? Like, yes, I do. Yes, I do. I actually really enjoy it, okay? Because I just go on my own. I eat breakfast when I want to eat breakfast. I eat lunch when I want to eat lunch. I eat dinner when I want to eat dinner. I go to the bar when I want to go to the bar. I wake up when I feel like it. When I went to St. Martin, listen, I got in a certain time and got to my room, got comfortable, took a shower, then come back out.
Right.
Did not come back out. Dad had the TV and video and couple movies on, slept, and got back up, went to a little snack, and went right back in my bed.
See, that's the thing.
And I just loved it.
Yeah, because sometimes when you go with your friends, like my friends, they got like wake up crackers on, and we share when we were younger, we would share a room and stuff like that.
Right.
And so this time I was like, oh no, I'm not sharing, and they like. And I'm like,
pardon you.
I'm like, it's my birthday.
Yeah,
I'm not sharing. I have my own, and plus I am hosting, and so I like to have my energy. I like because my social battery depletes. And so when I'm
Understood.
doing events and things like that, so I have to have my time to get into my routine. I can't have nobody like talking me to sleep and
Yes.
all of that. I love all my friends, but they know me. I'm like, listen, no. So they're like, oh, you're gonna have
Yeah.
your own room? I'm like, yes.
Yes, I am.
Yes.
There's
And so
nothing
that's
wrong
the
with
first
that.
step. And then
Yes.
eventually I'll be going on my own. But yeah,
Yes.
travel. Yeah, anybody that knows Nikki knows she gonna get
Yeah,
a trip.
good
with-
trip, honey. Period.
Anything else?
A good trip. My granddaughters, you
Oh,
know,
yeah, little cuties.
just on some like park or something like that, or just watching them play, or just watching anything to do with them.
So like, what is that
That
about?
recharges me.
Like
I
being
don't
a
know.
new
I'm
grandma.
obsessed.
Oh my
I'm
God.
obsessed. I am. I'm obsessed with both of them. I can't help myself.
It is so cute.
Thank
So
you
God
so
bless
much.
them.
Thank you. But that brings me much joy, to be
I
honest
can.
with you.
Oh, I can see that.
So, and
Because you
after
post
that,
them,
it's just
post my babies. I got my grandbabies.
I be sweating. I can't help myself. Yeah, and they're just two beautiful blessings
They
of little
are.
girls. So it's just like, that's my joy, right? Honestly, I'm a big family person
Yeah.
too. Family time and all that. And it's a shame that I'm not as close to my family as I used to be. But that's something like when it all happens, I'm so happy.
Yeah, I love that.
You
for
know,
Yeah.
so, and besides that, my alone time, I like my alone time too. I get like that too. Like, I'm the person, especially during the summer, and I'm sure cousin Kendra can tell you that,
Yeah.
y'all look for me, I'll be in my room.
Yeah.
I'll be done turned down. Y'all be like, what? Like, listen.
It's
Like,
kept
all
out
right,
the side.
yeah, my little Don or whatever.
Yeah.
So, and my sisters make me happy. My circles, like
Yeah.
I got a beautiful circle of
Yeah,
sisters,
yeah.
that are just dope, and I like that too. Like sometimes I may be like, let's go Gang Girls, because I'm coming on, by the way.
Yeah.
Like I want to towards your birthday. It's like a little sing along thing at
Okay.
UBS or something like that. Whatever. You gonna get.
Oh
tips.
wait, yes.
you gonna-
Okay, we'll talk about that for
Yes.
sure.
So that's our next outing, because that too, I was like, so I feel like it's time. So I'm like,
Love it.
Kinda, so
I love
that's
that.
it.
Okay,
Yeah.
awesome. So before I end with my last question, where can, if y'all gonna book a trip,
Yes.
exclusive,
Hello.
what is it? Exclusive
Travel Group.
Exclusive travel group. Nikki Owens, and what's your Instagram?
So it is at Exclusive Travel Group US for travel. Or what have you could go on my page and just browse too, because I post a lot of my clients' trips and things of that nature. So Exclusive Travel at Exclusive Travel US for that. It's at X Ladies. That's my personal page, and anything else. And I don't mind sharing that because I post a lot of content about myself and
Right.
what have you. I haven't posted so much, but yeah, you can always hit me up there. And I have an Exclusive Ladies event page. Is for like mostly events. Like any event I'll do will be up there.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool. So just
So.
go follow her, connect with her.
Yes, that's it.
And
Yep.
so before we close out, because this is so good, I'm glad to finally have you here after
too.
4 years.
Yes. Yes.
So before we end, this is something I always ask. What is one thing you would tell your younger self?
Oh, take your time. Take your time and really think things through before acting. Being myself as a Libra, and I'm just like my dad always used to call me his fire child, go getter. I always just want to jump and dive into stuff without kind of thinking it all the way through. So my younger self, I will just want to slow things down just a little bit and really think about that.
That's good.
So I would tell myself that for sure.
Awesome.
Yeah, for sure.
No, that's
so
good.
this is your finale show.
Yes.
Okay, congratulations.
Oh, yes, thank you. Yes, so this is the season finale of season 3.
Yeah.
If you notice, I changed the name to Tasha Talks Life.
Yes, I did.
I
I
feel
love
like
that.
it's time, stop sulking, but I think it's time to start living.
That's right.
And so my thing now is heal, rebuild, and elevate. Heal,
Love
rebuild, and grow. And
Okay.
so I changed the show to Tasha Talks Life. So
Okay.
I want to thank you for tuning in. Let me know what you thought about this episode. Leave me a comment below. Subscribe if you found it good. Share with at least 2 or 3 friends.
Yes.
This is the season finale, but we're not going anywhere. You may see me on Tasha Talks Life everywhere: Instagram, YouTube, Facebook, TikTok. TikTok is starting to pop off a little bit. So,
Yes, lots.
so follow me over there, and I want you to have an amazing rest of your week. Until next episode, be blessed.
Oh, thank you. Great job.
Thank you.